the greatest adventure in my life to be here. In the valley, there are about 230 people that actually live here and have lived here. In the school, there are 40 children. The school has no electricity, it has no books, it has broken windows. People are not getting the resources that they need. To me, they're the natural guardians of this place because they have lived with it and they love their land and their culture. But because they don't have the economic resources, they are going to have a very hard time holding on to their land and looking after it and protecting it. A lot of people come here and they say that they didn't know that a place like this existed still in Europe. It's beautiful, it's full of wild animals. It has over 3,500 native species of plants, which is about twice as much as anywhere else in Europe. It's one of the most beautiful places in the world. Is because it was isolated and economically terrible. People who lived up here were, they had a hard life, but they were independent and nobody ever really could control the area. So they were free, but they were also poor. And now this area has been identified, of course, as incredibly valuable for tourism. But what that means is that there are both the government and some local developers, but also, in fact, foreign aid agencies are all rushing to develop tourism in the area. But it's not being done very responsibly. There have been plans to do various hydroelectric schemes, which at their worst involve damming the river, flooding the valley, rerouting the river. There's been talks about putting roads through either at the end of the valley to Theth or through Cherem to Montenegro, which would, if there were suddenly huge trucks rattling up and down the valley, that would obviously completely change the nature. Logging is tremendously lucrative and completely unchecked. And another big problem is that about 80% of people here don't actually have papers for their land. Well, it's the local government that has the right to sign land over to people. And so, of course, the local government is one of the number one things that is looking to develop the area. And so not only are people's attempts to get papers and legal rights to their lands blocked, but the local government has already, there are instances, at least one instance of them signing land over to themselves, on which, with foreign money, they have built a hotel, camping ground, basketball courts, so-called information center that actually has no information. Unfortunately, there's nothing being done to develop the tourism to protect what is actually here, which is so precious. The people here very much need help. They need help to learn how to help themselves. They need help to get the tools to help themselves, and they need help with expertise. And it's not hard to help, but it's desperately needed. Valbone is an amazing, incredibly precious, beautiful place. It's almost like a fairy tale. It's a miracle, really, and it's worth fighting for, and I hope that you'll be interested and help us. Bye.